Hey everybody. I'm going to start the show off by myself for a minute. Uh, Carl is over here dabbing. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn, I was driving myself nuts. I forgot to turn the sound off my YouTube on the other screen. So that was a horrible echo of myself. All right, I'm going to post the link here. And ooh, see, now I know. There we go. All right, so if anybody wants to jump on, you are more than welcome. I have pinned the link at the top, and there is something I do have to do before we do anything else. And not going to say her name, but guess what? It is our aunt's birthday today. So I'm going to give a little surprise for her. She does watch from time to time, and we are going to play this. Y'all do not want to hear me sing, I promise.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Okay, there's enough of that. She watches from time to time. We have not had a chance to call her today, so I am just going to say happy birthday. We love you, and go with that. So, all right. So, of course, we have to shout out John Lindsay is always the first person in everybody's chat. And I think he pretty much watches every show that is produced on YouTube. I have not checked anything that is not cannabis related, but he may be hiding in those too. You never know. So, hey, Huey, it's nice to see you. And of course, as always, Thurgood, as I like to call you, third in our hearts. No, don't even remember anymore. I don't type it much. You always tell yourself you're third good, but first in our hearts. That's what it is. There you go. So, and like he says, be sure to make sure that I can't talk tonight, y'all. Somebody's going to come on here and help me talk. Smash that like button, subscribe, share out, show the love to everybody. And hey, Rob, good to see you. Okay, so just to give y'all an update, I know most of you probably saw, if you watched GCN, you saw our plants. We'll go back through those for any of you that did not go and take a look on GCN, and but we'll show those in a minute. We are going to be doing a breeding project, so we'll have some stuff. But next coming up, I will be growing my autoflowers. So y'all will get to follow through the process of reversing the plant that we're using as our pollen giver, and getting to see all of that. Oh, well, good. So you got to see our babies too. And looking at the receivers, once everything starts dropping, y'all be able to follow through the whole process of the breeding project. We will create probably some separate videos that we'll post. I'm not going to do it all live. If we happen to be on live the night that I'm either spraying or anything like that, because once the pollen starts dropping, we will not be opening that area anyway. So we're figuring out a whole watering system. Hey, look, there's Carl, and getting all of our stuff going there. But I will be growing some autoflowers. For sure, I will be growing the, I've been trying to figure out exactly which genetics. I do have some dream beans I wanted to grow. I am getting some seeds from 2020, and I'm trying to figure out which autoflowers I'm going to be growing when we actually start those, because at first I will only be getting one tent. I was hoping to start my photos and autos at the same time, but that is not going to happen. So it'll be staggered a little bit, not too much. I may actually.
It's 1.5 tenths, lady.
Yeah,
One and
I
a half.
know. We
I
will
only
be
have
moving
4
some
plants right now.
around. I'll be popping the new silly rabbits that we have, but I do want 1/10 of just autos. So I can only put 4 in there because it's a 5x5. So unless I want to do 6 1-gallon plants, which I don't. Hey Jack. And so I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to grow. I did have a lineup of about, honestly, 6 to 8 autoflowers I wanted to grow. I don't know which way I'm going to go. I do need to grow at least one high sativa plant. I do need to have something that will kick Carl in the butt, as he says, get him up off the couch, moving around more. He does not like the full-on couch lock. He does better with something that is a high sativa strain. Hey again, Huey. And so I do have a couple options, and I'm going to let him kind of choose and see which one he likes. I was going to grow the Go Genetics LSD when I actually grew it, because I've never grown anything from them before. So, so then it's probably going to be Freebase from AQ Genetics. Okay. So, and I guess I need to get a hold of AQ and get some more of those. See if I can find some more, because that is one that he really does like. So more than likely it'll be the two 2020s, the Freebase, and some Dream Beans, which is going to be whichever. It's probably going to be the.
Why don't we wait on the Dream Beans and do a Dream Beans grow to all Dream Beans soon? Like an all Dream Beans
I
tent.
can.
Hello, everyone. Sorry,
Yes,
I'm
Jack.
still coughing.
I have actually heard Mr. Toad. I was actually first introduced to him through Chad Westport, and that ended up being the Toad Venom was one of the ones that he actually used last. Hey, old school. And
I would love to use some.
yeah, I would love to use some. I don't have any at the moment. So, and I'm trying to save money and conserve on what we do. Hey, LC, ACL Wolf. See, y'all, I can't talk tonight.
We have one single solitary freebase.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get some more of those, because that is
Oh, the
a
light
really high
sucks right
sativa, and it is something that he really does like. Yeah, you can't do it in front of the tent. There you go. Yeah, because we did. It says it's a 3-pack, but he actually puts 4 seeds in there. We did grow
It's green
2
crack
because
times blue dream.
yeah, we were testing it for AQ at the time. So we did grow 2 of them in 1 gallons. He really did like it. It was actually last year when we grew it, because we took some of it to MJ BizCon. Levels got to try it. Ames got to try it. I don't remember who all else. I think Macho had
I don't
some
remember
of
who all
it.
was there. I can't remember. No, I gave big buds of it to Ames and
yeah, you gave some to
Levels.
them, but there were a bunch of people that were around the table when
I was smoking different stuff. I was
yeah.
smoking candy, and I was mostly hitting dabs when I was not in public. But
we're doing good. Life, you know,
life be lifing.
Yeah,
Amazon
life be
sucks to work
lifing.
for. Thurgood, jinx my wife. I know he's listening.
Thanks, Thurgood.
I'll get him on the show if I prod him enough. He'll come on.
Can you explain the process and how you use it? Absolutely. And I need to redo a new video, and I've said this over and over again. I did put out a how-to video on how we did use it. what the temperatures and as far as the times and all of that stuff, we have since changed the process just a little bit. So we actually do a wet trim. We took 2 plants down yesterday, and we do a wet trim, and it depends on which one of us is actually trimming as to how many leaves are actually left on. Before we were keeping almost all of the sugar leaves and more stems. Now, um, yeah, I will. Thurgood said, "My bad, Carl." um, Now I keep a few more stems, not that many at all, honestly. Probably per tray, there may be 2 or 3 stems on there. I cut off, of course, all of the larger fan leaves and any sugar leaves that don't have trichomes, because I will tell you, we press more than anything. Well, he presses more than anything, because that's primarily what he does is dab. So with that, anything with trichomes on it, we'll keep. If it doesn't have trichomes on it, I cut it. I keep more of the sugar leaves than he does. He trims it up a little bit more, but we also have some that we just give out too.
I leave more
So
stems on than you do also.
yes, so with
I
giving
leave the
flower,
stems.
we don't normally trim for bag appeal, but lately we have been cutting off a little bit more than normal. So we will
Okay.
actually now. How long
I
have these already
actually
been in
stuff them.
there? What time
And
since
we're at
lunchtime
36 now.
yesterday? Oh,
We're at
okay,
36:42 now.
left. Okay, so what we'll do is we do that wet trim, and then we will
So just
actually
under
take.
24 hours.
Yes, we will actually take and fill up the trays. Now, as you can see, the buds
Oh,
have
shit.
already started getting smaller. They start getting smaller from the time that you actually stuff those trays. And when I tell you those trays are stuffed, there all that room that you see around there now is not there when those trays are stuffed.
They actually stand up. They don't sit on top of each other until the buds start to dry. There will be a gap. Which
Yes, and we use actually we'll take the center out and use spacers because a lot of the buds that
sometimes.
we have just depends on which plant it is. A lot of the buds we have will be bigger and thicker, and it's hard to get all of that. Um, We it depends on the plant. I will say if you're getting just the basic herbs now, and it depends on the size of the buds. If you can fill all 5 trays with your buds without the spacers in between, because it comes with 5 trays, um, I can usually fit at least 3 ounces per tray. So again, it depends on which one of us is actually filling it.
And
Um,
trimming.
and
Because I leave
trimming
the buds
as
bigger.
to, yeah, because you can see there is less space around that one right there. That's the one that I filled. So, oh, and there's one in the middle. Needs to, looks
Yeah,
like it
drop. It's.
fell in the
I don't think
middle.
it.
Um,
Yeah. It's a,
okay. So I stuffed that tray to there is
I
no
stuffed that
room
one
all
too.
the way around it.
I stuffed that one
So
also, but
no, I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying I stuff it
I know.
all the way around. I mean, all the way up into the edge where kind of where I'm putting enough buds to where I'm pushing it in a little bit. So the buds are almost starting to, like in the middle, kind of cave up, go a little concave shape. So um, if you were to do if you were to stuff at least 3 ounces, it'll hold over a pound. Most people will tell you it'll hold about, some say 8 to 9 ounces. I can get more than that. But most of the time, when we're filling it, if we only had 5 trays, I would only be able to use 3 of the trays, and 2 of them would be a spacer.
Um,
So
except like my depends on the plant because like my Nova 91 that I grew in cocoa, she weighed a lot. I mean, one little teeny tiny bud weighed almost 3 grams. It was deceiving because she was so dense.
right,
So it'll hold at least. We can get normally. Let's say we could probably get these 2 plants right here on one herbs now at one time because
yeah,
a lot of this plant won't get saved. Anything down here will get just anything smaller. Normally, my rule of thumb is literally my rule of thumb. If the bud is smaller than my thumb, I chop it off and put it in a bag or I throw it away.
Yeah,
Honestly,
we'll take it and freeze it,
depends on its
just
density.
fresh frozen, and it depends on the density. It depends on the color, how well that bud is developed. But yes, usually anything smaller than that, we don't put in the herbs now. We'll do fresh frozen. We can wash it later. If
Or
it
it just
is,
goes in the or it goes in the trim.
yeah,
If
or
it's
it
not
just
very
goes in the
developed
trim.
like these, because we had some on that last one that they weren't very developed. Like these buds are not, they're not
Yeah,
super developed. So they would just
so
go,
they just go
they
with
would
the
just go
trim.
in with the
With
trim
Yeah,
in
that
the
goes
trash.
in the
Because,
trash. So,
but I
but
at least these two on one herbs now.
mm, one of those
Mm.
on one herbs now. Well, the big girl, maybe one and a half. The big girl, we actually, um,
We kept a lot of them.
yeah, we kept a majority of her, and she's on one herbs now just by herself. So,
But her
but
buds
it,
were twice the size of this.
yeah, yeah. So, and those still have a little bit longer to go. They may fill in a little bit more. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna dab real quick, so if you just, I'm gonna leave you on the
okay,
ladies
that's
here.
fine. But it depends on the plant too. I will say, um, in my experience, most of our photos, we can fit more of a photo onto an herbs now than I can my autos. Autos usually will, for us, create larger, thicker buds, whereas our photos tend to be a little bit smaller, but they're more dense. Um, Not saying that our autos are not dense, they are. It's just the photos tend to be almost like they'll create rock hard, solid buds.
We've had autos that do the same, but normally
Yeah,
the photos are smaller and harder, where the
yes.
autos are bigger and they're still dense. I mean, we
They're
still
still
get rock
dense, but
solid autos, they're just
they're
bigger.
bigger buds, yes. So, but we'll go around, we'll fill in the tray. Um, I don't keep it in a tent or anything, as you saw. It's just in our bathroom. It, it's not covered. It's not anything. They're sitting out there. I don't have a carbon filter. I don't necessarily. You can smell it for about a day and a half. After that, you can't tell anything in the house. Um, so we will actually let it run. Now ours only goes to 60 hours. We do not run for the full time. Um, Especially right now in the winter, our bathroom is not there's not a, hardly any humidity in it. It's usually anywhere between 45 to 55 on a regular basis. Now, we do have humidity swings, of course, because it's in our bathroom. We do shower so that y'all know. Humidity can get as high as 70 to 80 something percent. It does not affect it whatsoever. Um, but during the winter, we do lower the time. We are down to 60 hours. So it's anywhere at 50 hours, we start checking it. So it could be anywhere. The sweet spot's usually around 55 to 58 right now, in order to keep it to the point where we don't actually have to let it sit there and cure for 3 to 4 weeks before it brings that moisture back, because it doesn't last that long in this house. So it just depends on, for a curing time and bringing moisture back. If you over dry it, it will bring some moisture back. You're never going to get all of it. There are some tips and tricks you can do to get some moisture back into your buds after that, but do not ever run an herbs now. From what I say, my opinion, do not ever
Don't
run it
tell
full
people
time.
not to run it, just
I just why I
because
said my opinion.
I know, but the way you said it, you're gonna get Scott after you. We
Good, he'll
don't ever
actually
run it.
talk to me then.
No, but
But
we don't run it ever for the full 96.
right, so for this house, I will never run it 96 hours.
There
That
you go.
better?
Don't tell people not to. Yeah, because you're telling people
I
not to do
wouldn't.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
would say
I wouldn't either. I always started checking at 48 hours when we first got it. Don't be like that, lady. Are you gonna pout? You know I'm right.
so.
Just the way you were saying it.
if you'd let me finish. See, this is, oh yeah, see? Yeah. Um, this is part of living in the house with severely ADHD people. They don't let you finish your sentences and thoughts. So, yes, I love my shirt too. We have a lot of shirts that have just smart ass sayings just because I love it. And I've actually found a couple stickers that I actually want to find somebody that will make me a shirt or make, because I don't have stuff to make myself, that are just absolutely hilarious and I love them. So you need to, within herbs now, you need to run it for what's best for your environment. So depending on where you're going to put it, if you're going to leave it in a closed area, I suggest making sure that you probably have some airflow in there, put a fan. Um, if you live in a dry climate, there needs to be some moisture in the air. I wouldn't put it somewhere where, it's closed off with no airflow with, 20 to 30% humidity. It's going to probably dry a lot faster. So it just depends on how you want to do it, but you're going to have to run it, test it, see what works best for you. I would probably, if you're used to hang drying or anything like that, I would probably do kind of a half and half at first, hang dry half of your plant and test half of it in the herbs now, or you could only, just one tray of it and then just hang the rest of it just to see so you can test it and see what works best for you. I do know some people that really don't like them, that no matter what they do, they can't get it right or anything, but it's like anything else. You're gonna have to play with it to see what works best for you. Um, it just depends on how you want to run it and what you want to do. We don't dry any other way. And like we were saying and talking about on GCN, it really is a big time saver and a big space saver. We don't have the time or the space, and I don't want to turn my plants upside down and hang them in the same tent. And it's because we don't start them all at the same time either. We, but not all of your plants. If you're growing the same genetics from the same breeder, it's all good. If you want to flip a tent and dry it all in the same tent and do all of that, it works because they're all going to finish around relative the same time. We don't ever usually grow more than two. There are a couple we've had three, but most of the time we don't ever grow more than two of the same thing at the same time because we don't want a whole tent and with massive stuff. Um, Now we do have a lot of this banana berry muffin going right now, but that is because we did want a lot of it. Carl really likes it, and we're also doing the breeding project. So we needed to see how they would grow small. We needed to see how they would grow bigger, what they would do from one tent to the next, because one tent we have stays hotter than the other one. This one stays cooler. So, and then of course we wanted to see cutting clones, or he wanted to see cutting clones and see if the genetics stayed the same and how if it grew the same from one to the next to the next. So each time you cut a clone, does it come out the same or does it show dominant traits more of this than that? And all the stuff you do and all the testing and trials and all that stuff that you do. So before he wanted to actually pollinate it and create seeds. So that's what the main reason why we had more than one of the same genetics going at the same time. But we already knew that he really liked it. So usually the first time we grow something, we usually grow one, maybe two if we're going to test or do something for it. So, and if I'm growing two, they're usually smaller. Um, like the ones that we're actually going to breed, they're going to be smaller plants. So you saw some of them are actually in my 1 gallon tall autoflower pots, just because we didn't have enough fabric pots that were the smaller ones. So we just use those. So, um, but yeah, oh, Bite Thurgood, he's going to go play with Team GCN on Xbox. So I guess they're going to go play Fortnite. I actually used to call that game fork knife when my kids were little. Well, yeah, Carl still calls it fork knife. So, um, but yeah, it's one of those things. I don't actually play that game very much, but um, I think I played it once. I don't know. It was just one of those things that it seemed more like more younger kids were into it, and it's just I never I was like, I'm good. Um, I'll just get on GTA and blow some shit up. I mean, I bought a
We
submarine,
don't
you know.
we don't like playing games because most gamers are exactly like our 21-year-old son, and he's not fun to play games with.
We do not play Xbox with our son. I mean, he literally he will be the kid that's hiding around the corner with a sniper rifle and take your head off every time you peek around the corner. So,
He wanted me to
hey,
play
Tori.
SnowRunner with him and his best friend, and then said, "Hey, I want you to come sabotage us anytime you can." And I'm like, "You got to let me turn on mods to be able to do that, guy. These base game trucks are not going to mess with you much."
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't want to play with mods. That's cheating." And I'm like, "You play every other game that you can mod with mods, but it's cheating today."
So yeah. Um, yeah, and it depends on how many plants you need to that you grow on a normal basis. How many you cut down. I saw that you said you have a 4x8. So how many plants do you normally put in your 4x8 uh, when you were just growing? You said you just. Ooh, sorry, my mouse is not working very well. When you chopped that down, how many plants did you have in there when you did it? Because we don't have a 4x8. So I can tell you my 5x5, I can usually only put five or four. Five at the most, just depends on what plants and what size pots. If I'm in 2 gallons, um, or 3 gallons, definitely not. 3 gallons cannot be in, I can only put four at the most, especially with the autoflowers. If they're in 2 gallon pots, I may put five if I had to. I prefer not to. Um, 20 plants. Okay. Yeah. And it really, Rob, it depends for us, like you said, like, it depends on what size pot you've got. And, if you're growing photos, autos, how long you let them veg, or if they flip, or your genetics and that kind of stuff. Because, some plants grow short and squat, some get a little bit taller. So, in some of them, it doesn't matter if you veg them for 14 days or 3 months.
I've got
There's,
8.
yeah, they're still going to be, yeah. But if you were to flip those, there's no way we could keep all of those in that tent, especially with those banana berry muffins in the back.
That's what's in the front too.
Yeah. So
There's 6 of them bitches in here. Literally 6 of them bitches.
I will tell you, learning that the hard way, we're still learning. It doesn't stop because once you get the addiction to pop seeds or to clone or however you're doing it, it the addiction is real. It,
There was not enough room in the other 4x4 for this girl before. This one. One plant had taken over the one that's in the herbs now
yes,
right now.
yeah, she was. It was that plant right there, and one other in a 4x4, and the other one is the one that we chopped yesterday, the banana berry muffin that's in the herbs now. She was taking over the entire 4x4 by herself. You can see how this one in the front, she kind of has that little indention there. And then there's one on the other side where it looks like there's nothing growing. It's because the other plant was pushing her out of the way. She was trying to cover her up and snuff her out to
She was
steal.
quite literally baby in the corner.
Yeah, to steal all of the light that she possibly could. So she was being a mean bitch and trying to kill this one. So when she got chopped, she got moved, into this tent so that we could actually put the one that we're going to reverse in the other tent. So,
And
because
this is the one you're going to scrog over here, DWC. Her sister. It's
yes, that
actually
one,
her clone.
yes, it's her
A clone
clone.
cut from her. It's right there.
Is that one's going to be right there. So she tends to stay. That pheno tends to stay a little smaller than the rest. So,
Shorter.
well, yeah, shorter.
Because she's
Uh,
the tallest.
yeah. So she tends to stay a little shorter, a little more squat. She kind of goes out a little bit more, but she tends to stay shorter. So with having her in the DWC in that tent, I'm kind of scrogging her. It's not going to be full on. I didn't start it from the beginning, so I did not top her or anything like that. But I mean, it is what it is. She'll get there. So right now, it's just she's got a while before I can actually flip her. So by the time I actually do, um, it'll probably be another 3 to 4 weeks at least. At least. So by that time, I may actually have to, depending on the size that she gets, put her in the back of a 4x4 or something like that, just scrogged across the back of that, and then a couple plants in front of her. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Um, I don't know. I may just honestly take her and continue to loop her back through that net for support, put her through another one over top of it, and loop her through that, depending on how long she has to stay in there. Because I mean, she's a photo, so she won't get flipped until I flip her. So we'll just see. I don't necessarily like to scrog a plant out, but I kind of wanted to see what this one would do anyways. Because when you're growing this many of them, I want to try to do everything that I can to see what she's going to do. So um, just kind of want to figure that out from there. So all right. Um, Anybody, again, the link is pinned at the top. If any of y'all want to come in, you are more than welcome. Come in, hang out. We can talk. If you have any questions, if you want to show your plants, again, you don't have to show your face. You can, if you just want to stay up here and hang out, you can just put your logo on the screen. We don't really care one way or the other. It's completely up to you. Uh, if you don't know a whole lot about us, Carl doesn't show his face much, anyways. He is usually the one behind the camera, um, producing and doing pictures and video for me. And I mean, I didn't show my face for over a year, so nobody really knew what I looked like until right before MJBizCon last year. So um, yeah, it is what it is. You do with what you're comfortable with. So, but again, if you'd like, you're more than welcome to come in and hang out. And I was trying to see, I was over here going to pull up this list that I have. Uh, if y'all have not seen the show before, I do have an inventory list of all of our seeds. Um, it's not as accurate as it needs to be. I need to actually really redo it. And wow, that just made that super bright on this side. Um, I need to see if there's a way I can actually change this. I'll eventually have to figure out how to change this to dark mode over here because, ooh, this is super bright. Um, but we do actually have a seed inventory, and I've been trying to figure out. I guess I'm going to have one more seed to pick for our next grow. We're going to be doing both those 2020s. Um, which ones were those again? Uh,
Grape gas and the perm from
the
2020
perm.
Mendocino.
That was the one I couldn't remember. It was going to be the grape gas and perm. and the
The
perm
perm,
from him.
which is the permanent marker times their honey badger,
Yes,
I
both of
believe.
those are crossed with the honey badger.
And
And
they're both
let's
cuts from healing something or health. I think it's Healthy Harvest or Harvest Health out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Is where the original
see.
cuts came from of the great gas and the permanent marker.
Yes, and they were.
I can't. I know the name starts with two H's, but I can't remember the name of the situation.
Yeah, I was trying to look up on his site. Okay, so the Great Gas, um, the Harvest Health in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's the Harvest Health. Um, and this is the one that took third place in the American Autoflower Cup. So and he says it's always one of his favorites. Um, and the perm is, yeah, the permanent marker and the honey badger. Um, and this is the one that took second place for potency. So really excited to grow those too. Hey Mo, um, to see what they do. Now this is actually a grow along. It's a grow, not grow along. It's a grow and show that he is doing. So I can actually pull this up on screen. There we go. On his website. And let me go back just so that you can see from the front. And he actually, on his main website, over here to the right, there is an autoflower grow and show. He's going to have 200 participants in this. So it's 400 packs of seeds, so 2,400 seeds total that he is giving out. All you have to do is pay shipping. And he's doing this grow and show to bring autoflowers out a little bit more into the community. And he wants other people to actually grow them out with two of his top winning strains. So let's see, bring autoflowers out into the open and show the world that autos have a place to stand shoulder to shoulder with their photo period counterparts. Anybody that has grown autoflowers with great genetics know, to me, they can stand shoulder to shoulder. And depending on what the genetics are, to me, sometimes they surpass photos. Um, but I love growing autoflowers. They are my favorite. They are my go-to. And it's not just because they're easier, because honestly, they're not. And you have to pay more attention to them. You do have to feed them more. They do cost more in nutrients. There are things, and once you mess them up, yes, you can trigger them into flowering early. It just depends on the genetics and what you get and what you do to them. So you cannot overdo an auto like you do a photo. You can't just beat the hell out of it and always expect it to bounce back and come back. So lots of different things about autos. But on his Discord, if you register through his Discord and become a verified member, they will actually allow you to get the seeds for shipping, and you do a grow and show. So you grow his genetics, and he knows that there are some people that probably will not be doing it until starting them until spring of next year, because some people only grow autos outside. So he is aware of that. He is okay with it. He just wants everybody to grow them. And when you do, you post pictures in Discord or IG, that kind of thing, so that you can actually promote his genetics and autoflowers in general. So I wanted to share that with you guys. That's where we got the seeds that we will be growing. Those are the 2020s that I'll actually have. Um, and he does sell reversal spray too. And I have seen a couple people use his reversal spray, the STS spray. So that is another place that you can get it. But we were talking about earlier, the toad venom. I do want to get that so that I can try it for our next breeding project. um, because from what I hear, it tends to have better results. I don't know because I haven't used any of them, so I don't know what they'll do. Um, but do know a few top breeders that actually do use his actual toad venom to SDS spray to reverse. So here we go. Um, I'm yeah. So I'm trying to figure out here what all I'm gonna grow for that autoflower. Um, if I'm gonna do a whole tin of dream beans later on, so I guess I won't choose that. Um, the One of those strains from 2020 is a higher sativa strain too. So if I'm going to be doing that with the freebase, I do need to have something that is more indica leaning. Um, Still can be a hybrid, but I'll have to figure out what it is I'm going to do. So not quite so sure. I do have a ton. Hmm? The the Z berries. Do we still have more of that in there? Oh, it says we do. Because we only grew the one, so I should have two left. I think it was a 3-pack. Um, I'm pretty sure that one was a 3-pack from them. I know, that's what I'm saying. I think that one was a 3-pack from them that he sent me. Um, I got a 3-pack from Chubbs before when he sent me some, as well as the purple lemonade. Um, and I think he also was the one who sent me the strawberry Corilla, and but I think the only 3-pack was the Z berries, and I'll have to look. So it may be that one. It's one of Carl's favorites too. So he really likes that one as well, and it presses really good. So that may be it. And but all right. So I'm going to close this list because that's making it really bright on that side of the screen. We don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't like. I'm white enough. I don't need to wash myself out anymore than I. So we still have two left. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saving one for your auto, one for
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're saving one for my autoflower breeding project. So, yeah, I may just buy some more when it actually comes down to it. But because when I do my breeding project, I'd like to at least pop two of every one just to guarantee I at least get one, and then grow out the other one if it survives too. So, um, don't haven't necessarily had a lot of trouble popping seeds in this house until recently. But it's because we kept trying the same strain over and over and over again, and it just hasn't been working very well. And it is the main seed for my receiver, no, for my pollinator. So that one's going to be fun. So I've popped 5 of those auto orange, and out of all of them, was it 7? Okay, so I popped 7 of the auto orange. 2 of them actually survived. They became seedlings. They did not last. So they have not even made it out of the seedling stage lately. Um, they are from Nachos and El Sapo. I do, my brother-in-law was my brother-in-law. I do not know how old exactly those seeds are, but as they are getting older, they are not viable as much. So when we started growing them a couple years ago, we never had an issue popping a seed. Now, it may also be the seeds that we have been trying to pop recently are just not great seeds. I don't know. We've never had an issue until recently. So I'll have to figure it out. But I also, during that time, right before that, had popped like 6 Mephistos and got 2 plants out of it. I mean, but yeah, at the time I had been using, thank you. Yeah, I have been running my mouth. Well, it's what I'm supposed to be doing, isn't it? Um, I had been running other stuff, so I did pop some Mephisto to see, but I just none of them really took. So, hey, Sadie, Merry Christmas. Glad everybody could join us tonight. So, all of y'all that are in the chat, sorry, he brought me a fresh drink. So, because he says I've been running my mouth. Um, but he's walking around doing stuff in the house, trying to get some other stuff with the plants. And at the moment, he's getting a drink for himself. So, and he's probably going to go back in the other room and dab. He may pick up the camera again. I don't know. So, um, hey, hey, Hydro Ken, nice to see you. Yes, absolutely. Y'all all go ahead, take a hit of whatever it is, whether you're smoking, dabbing, using a bong, whatever. Um, I have not grown the pink lemonade before. Um, we have one, have not grown it because we only have one. Um, I've been trying to grow that one. It somehow when we did it, it never ended up in the actual rotation. I was like, okay, I want to grow this one, and this one, because I do have a list of what we are going to grow at one point. Let's see, grow along's auto breeding project. Those were just going to be the DWCs, but at one point I had said that my next run was going to be the auto orange, the Florida sunrise. The Florida sunrise is the Blimburn, right? I was thinking who did the 9-pound hammer. A goopy banana from AQ because we really do like that one, and then the LSD from Go Genetics. And then I was going to do the Dream Beans, which was the garlic dumpster juice, the grape rise, and then I was going to do Trace grapes from Mosca and gummy bears from Mosca. Um, those were all supposed to be my next DWCs. So, hey, Eskimo, thanks for joining us, buddy. But I'm not doing them in DWC. And now that I've never grown anything from 2020. So now I'm actually going to grow those out. So maybe I'm just going to go ahead and make my list now. Great gas. Yeah, right. Why not? Go ahead, and I'm going to say my next run is going to be the grape gas, the perm, and those are both from 2020. And then we're going to do the freebase from AQ. And y'all, I can't type. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing. And then you said you wanted the Z-berries, right? Okay. So that will be our next run. Those will be the 4 autos that I'm going to go ahead and pop. I really wanted to do, yeah, I put Z-berries in. So, but let me take that off the screen because that's, oh. So, just what the gummies put you to sleep. Just sativa all day long and then gummies at night. Yeah. So banana berry muffin and then gummies at night, and you'll be good to go. So It just means you got to stop dabbing the sativas at a certain point of the day. He has trouble sleeping anyways, so that's part of the reason is the and no matter it seems that no matter what strains we put for the um, we make MCT oil. So no matter what strains I use for that, it always tends to be something that turns into more of it makes him tired, makes his body feel good. It seems to have more of the effects of an actual indica than a sativa, no matter what strain we use. So in the beginning, they tended to be a little bit more.
We haven't had any high sativas since.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of high sativas lately, though.
Not since Seabury and Fear Days. We haven't had a sativa since then.
Well, most of the stuff we have is hybrid, so it's so hard nowadays to get something that's like super high sativa or really high. I mean, you'll find things that are more indica based, and um, I will say that's probably due to the fact that most people tend to like the slow down, couch lock or something sleepers that are more indica based. Um,
I
a
can't
lot of
hear
people.
you. You're all robot on me. I don't
You
know if
can't
it's
hear
just me or
me?
if it's you.
I'm not muted. Um, I think no, my mic is working just fine. Um, a lot of people tend to like that, and I will say the majority of people I know are that do use cannabis are very high, or we'll say tend to be more fast paced, ADHD, that kind of stuff. Brain runs 100 miles a minute. So they prefer something usually that does tend to slow them down a little bit, make their brain function more evenly. So they like the let me relax, let me smoke some before bed. It'll slow me down, make me feel better. I'll sleep better at night, that kind of thing. Um, Whereas some people that do tend to smoke all day throughout the day, some of them I've known to do a little bit of a sativa first thing in the morning or early in the day, and then just do more indica, higher strains at night. It really just depends on who you are and what you like. So, yes, dear. Okay. Sorry, he's hand signaling, but he's about to sit over here and dab too. So, um, anybody that wants to take a dab with Carl, y'all are more than welcome. If you want to get your rigs ready, you'll see the puff of smoke roll through here in just a minute across my screen. Um, if you don't know me, I don't smoke. I grow, and lately I haven't grown anything. It is all Carl because I haven't been home. And now that I will be working a different job, I will have a different schedule. So eventually I'll find out what that schedule is when I get that job. Shooting for more of a Monday through Friday kind of thing going here, but um, I will have to say thanks a lot again, Thurgood. You jinxed me, buddy. I know he's not listening. He went to go play Xbox, but he may go back and he may go back and listen to the show later. So I will have to say, yeah, I'm right there with you, Thurgood. Don't work there no more. So changed my schedule and then lost my job. Um, so any of y'all, I do not recommend that you work for Amazon ever. So if you are young and can handle it, really bust out that kind of work, go for it. If you are in your late 30s and getting older, I do not recommend it. Um,
Late 30s.
Anybody in their late 30s or getting older, I didn't say my age, because yeah, I'm in my 40s. We my body's not built for that anymore. Um, So anyway, um,
I just thought of something. I'll tell you later.
it was really hard to I since I don't really have a anything planned out for the show. This is kind of just thrown by the seat of their pants. Uh, oh, Eskimo says cheers to you. He's just getting ready to. He just cleaned out his rig. He's getting ready to put that dab in there now. He's probably taken 2 or 3 by the time before I finish talking. Anyway, y'all, he got. How long have you had that rig now? 8 days, 9 days?
Check my email.
Oh, I don't want to check his email. Y'all, he hadn't had that thing, but at the
It's
most
been
for
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay,
Check the email. I think I got it on the 9th.
check the. You did get it on the 9th. Okay, that's right. You
It was
did.
a Friday.
I remember you saying that because I was like, okay, that's divisible by 3. Y'all, sorry, that's a me thing. My favorite number is 3. So
17 days ago.
yeah, so in 17 days,
I'm at like 1,200.
I unless you heard him, how many dabs do you think this man has done in this rig? We'll say in these 17 days. If any of y'all want to guess, you know what? I will find something. If anybody can guess the exact, like as close to that number,
I'll have to check.
within like 50. If y'all can guess how many dabs he has taken in that thing, I will find something to send to you. Because goodness gracious. Oh, well, that is awesome. Um, Miss Eskimo Grow. Okay. I will honestly, I don't know that I have actually seen you in any of the shows that I've been on. I know hubby over there. Um, but I don't think I've ever seen the misses. So, um, if y'all want, you are more than welcome. If you want to, uh, oh no, that's fine. No, don't, you're good. No, Blue Nose Grow says 350. We got a 425. We got a 150. Yeah.
Numbers.
He says those are rookie numbers, guys.
Numbers, guys.
Yeah. And so,
It's. I don't think it'll connect because I'm online.
oh, he's currently online. I will tell you.
Last I checked, it was 1,100.
Yeah.
And that was this morning.
You're being loud.
Oh shit! Sorry.
um, you're looking at the. Okay, so what y'all are looking at here, so that you know, this is our living room. You can actually see the cat's little toy tunnel there. 25 dabs a day. You did? Oh.
Hold on.
Well, no. Rob is saying that he did 25 dabs a day. So,
I'll be back.
okay. He's actually got to log off of here in order to go onto the app, because that is one thing that Focus V does, is they have an app for their devices. It will tell you, you can set specific temperatures, you can set all that kind of stuff, and it will show you. Wait, hold on. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so not you. Carl did 25 dabs per day? No, not even close. If it gives you a clue, did it show you how many you've had just for today?
Since I logged in today, yeah, it was 48, I think.
Okay, so since he logged in for today, so far, y'all, and it is.
I still got 3 hours of dabbing left.
He's still got 3 hours of dabbing left. He's at like 48 for today. So, because it resets. It has its own calendar. I thought you said it resets at 6.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
Okay, so 6 p.m.
So that's been since p.m.
Okay, so it resets at 6 p.m., but at 6 p.m.
That's when the new day starts
for us at 6 p.m. this time zone.
for our time zone.
Okay, so their app resets at 6 p.m. every single day. So since 6 p.m., he has hit 48 dabs, which is it is 11 o'clock here, y'all. If that helps your math any. But it looks really cool on their app. It will allow you to be able to track your dabs per day, your total usage, set if the different levels of heat, you can actually set a different, other than the preset, you can set a different temperature for each different color, however long you want it to go, all of that. Rob says you're in beast mode. Always. Now you know why we also press so much as well, and why our plants have to be as big as they are, because we go through a lot in this house, and I don't smoke. So, but it's really cool that they will allow you to set the time duration, the temperatures, all of that. It's one of the neatest things I think about this device, because of course I don't use it. So, but it really does have some good features on it. So, yeah, removable battery. We actually bought 2 batteries when we bought it, and oh, here you go. Well, we bought 2 of the batteries because we can actually take it and he'll charge. We have the
It's hot.
oh yeah, it is warm. Well, you're using it. So we actually do have the charger. Oh, if I can get, is it long enough? Yeah. We do have the charger. So he'll charge one battery while, because I've got the other one plugged in over there. He'll charge one battery while he's using this. And by about the time the one on the rig dies, the other one's already charged. So he just swaps batteries and just keeps on going. So Blue Nose wants to know how much in each dab. So hold on, he's hold on. I don't think they can yeah, you get enough light in there. That's fine. So if you okay, that's empty. Sorry, he's getting it off his hot knife. Hold on.
Probably half gram each.
Yeah, about probably right around. Would it be a half gram?
My knife's a little hot right now.
It's kind of hard to. Hold on, he's going to pull some up on his hot knife is still a little warm, so he's trying to show you about how much it is on each one. So I don't know. Let me make it bigger again. Doot, doot. So it's definitely with this rig, he does not do, the dabs are not quite as big as what he was doing in the human sucks and the other ones that he was using. So, but it's still, you know, when you hit it that many times, you know, it's, I'd say what, like 4 grains of rice? If you had to measure it by like a little grain of rice, what most people that I've seen do, it's probably, yeah, about 3 or 4 put together. So, yes.
So this container here that is almost empty was filled. It's hard to see, I know, because I don't have any lights on in the house. It was filled almost to the top. I weighed it when it was half empty and it was 3 grams. And I just pressed it, what, 2 days ago, dear? It's almost empty now. And this is just one of the three that I dab out of throughout the day because they're all three different, either strains or mixes of two different strains together. Because I like one to balance the flavor of the other. So I dab quite a lot, yes. Like an ass load, a fuck ton, if you will.
I can even hear myself breathing and snickering over here under your camera. His headphones pick up really well. They pick up better than mine sometimes. So, um, but yes, and usually when he presses, he's each one of the bags has about
12 to 14.
12 to 14 grams in it. Just depends on the strain and how dense it is. Sometimes he can't fit quite as much in there, just depending on the density of the buds. Because no matter how much you squeeze those super dense buds, they really don't. You can't squeeze them into the bags as well if you're doing it by hand. So, um, but yeah, most of the time it's between 12 to 14 grams per bag, and depending on the strain, as to how many grams of actual pressed flower he can get from it. So, of course, because if you press it all, some strains are better than others, um, and different colors, of course. So, uh, learning all kinds of new things as I go. As far as since I don't dab, it was really an interesting process for me to learn. I'll tell you that. But
The trickleberry being
uh,
red.
yes, the that twerkleberry from Silly Rabbit. If y'all saw my garden before, that twerkleberry will actually press red. It does have from the strains that are in it, and the um, banana berry muffin actually does press a little bit darker, and then some of them, but she's got some purple trichomes, so it's you know from what I can tell from a lot of the other stuff that's a little more green will press a little bit more of that golden lighter color. And the banana berry muffin actually gets to be a darker color. I think it's a mixture of the green, but with a lot of those purple trichomes, it actually does have a little bit of a color shift to it. So, um, and of course, none of these jab containers stay in this house long enough to cure. So, not not much cures in this house for very long. I think the longest time, I think a week and a half was the longest time we ever let anything, as far as anything we've pressed, cure. But that's because we pressed it, and then, hmm? Yeah, it was like a week and a half, wasn't it?
It was a month and a half.
It,
shipped
it
to
wasn't
Vegas.
yeah, but it wasn't a month and a. It was because
I pressed
it was the
later.
week and a half here, and then we sent it out. So then yeah. So it was about a month and a half at the most, that we ever let any sort of rosin actually cure. And
It was from cured buds, no need to cure.
yeah, so it was from cured buds, but some people I do know that when they actually do press, they actually let it set and cure more once they've actually pressed it. We don't ever get a chance to do any of that here in this house. So, with within 2 or 3 days, he likes the freshest he can get. So within 2 or 3 days, it's usually gone by then, and he's by the third day definitely he's pressing at least usually by that point two, if not three more strains. Um, one of his part of the reason for the breeding project too, one of the mixtures we're doing is the turkleberry and that banana berry muffin. And he actually, when he did press the last time, he actually mixed those two together when he pressed it to have a little bit better of an idea too, other than the fact that he just likes both strains. He wanted to have a little bit better of an idea of what it may actually taste like mixed together once we actually breed it. So, I mean, because both of them are really good strains. So, um, sorry, I thought you were trying to say something in between that cough. So, yeah. Good luck. Um, let's see. So yeah, no, dear, nobody got close to your numbers as far as to how much you've actually dabbed yet. So yeah, but he didn't get within the 50. Yeah, they had to get within 50.
I
He's
missed
the
the
closest
rules.
so far. Yeah. Well, you were busy dabbing, so
Yeah, my sound fucked up too.
yeah. Yeah, sorry y'all. He had to when he dropped out too, it made it easier because his sound was getting messed up a little bit. So
You were all
um
robot-y, and then my phone restarted, so
yeah.
I get reset the
So
internet.
this is a tent. The Gambit tent is the one that the breeding project's actually going to go in, and this is the one we're actually going to reverse, which is the banana berry muffin.
Yeah,
Um,
she is. Which one is this? This is A, isn't it? Okay. So I can show the right one on the other tent.
yeah, that's A. Yeah,
Banana
she's
berry
the
muffin. Yeah.
because we do have a banana berry muffin 1A and 1B, um, just so that we could keep separate which ones were which, because uh, it's just made it easier for us. They are both still cuts from the same banana berry muffin 1, but since we took two cuts, actually we took more than two cuts of each one, but since we took at least two cuts, we wanted to go ahead and know that we could separate the two and know which one was which. So, um, sorry, he had to close the door because that room is so close to me here in the living room. He can hear me talking and all of that. So if he's not muted, it'll cause a little bit of an echo. And there's one of my puppies. They
This
sleep under
dickhead.
our bed.
That was the
So
dickhead.
yeah,
Okay,
looked like
so
the other one was on the pillow.
which one? Probably.
Oh no, no, it wasn't. Okay, I was talking about on the bed. It's fine. Oh, okay, you just passed by real quick, so it looked like it. But nope, he's up there on top of the tent. This is Ghost. If y'all haven't met him before, he has found his new favorite place. He used to not climb. We have had that vertical wall up there above our bed for I don't know how long, and Luna's the only one that would go up and jump. He never, don't give me that eye. He would never get up there. Now he has found his favorite place. He will get up there in the middle of the night, throughout the day. I actually have some really cute pictures. He was hiding one day and was actually inside that bag, that Walmart sack that's up there on top of the tent. It was hilarious. Um, so go ahead, dear. Sorry.
You're good. So 1A is the one in the back with the giant trunk. Okay. So that's where that clone in the other one came from. The pollinator came from this plant right here in the back corner, away from the light. It's this one that's about ready to be finished.
Mhm.
Not that high, blue nose. Not that high.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, not that eye. Hey, Ace.
Now maybe when I get my bubbler, when I can afford to get a bubbler for it, it'd probably go up that way because it's a little bit harsh, I will say, because you're breathing right at. I mean, there's just a small mouthpiece between you and the same atomizer chamber off of a like a Focus V Carta 2 or a Carta Sport.
Yeah, please,
So it's
please
like
don't
taking your
encourage him to
Puffco.
go higher.
It's like taking your Puffco and just putting a mouthpiece on the chamber. That's literally what it is. So it can be harsh sometimes. Once I get that bubbler, my game's stepping up. I'm on rookie numbers. There's a leaderboard and I'm low.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't mention is they you actually get they have a leaderboard and they do
You
was
get
it a day
rewards.
Do they do daily, weekly, and monthly, or all time, or what is it?
All
Okay.
all of
So
those. There's
yeah,
daily, weekly, monthly, and all time.
yeah.
I was
So
420 a few days ago on the monthly.
yeah, he was 420 on the list for the monthly. Um, but he hadn't had it a full month. So I have a feeling next month it's going to be he'll be
I'm
higher on
already
that
higher.
list.
I'm
Yeah.
already up on there, like in the 300s.
Yeah. So we can't afford for you to step up your game too much because um, Ace, you're nuts.
Hey
I
now, hey
love
now. We talk
it.
about plants around here, not that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we can't. No comment. No comment, sir. No comment. Not appropriate for YouTube. um, but yeah, no, I can't afford for him to step up his game too much more because there's no way we could keep up with that. It'll get to the point where, yeah, nobody's going to get any but him.
And just so
Um,
everyone knows, I dab at 445 is what my setting is, 445 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 seconds, and then sometimes extend it for another 10 to 20 seconds, depending on how much I put into the chamber.
whew, whew, sorry, guys. I hadn't been sleeping well the last few days. Um, so for those of you that didn't see them earlier, like he was saying, these two are two of the banana berry muffins that we have going. Um, number 4 pheno is in the herbs now that we just cut down yesterday with an 808. Funk in the trunk is also in the other herbs now. So these are two, the number 1 pheno of the banana berry muffin that we have going. I know it's confusing. We keep calling them 1, 4. It's all the same genetics,
They were all
but
different phenos from a seed pack we popped.
yes.
Or it
So,
wasn't really a seed pack, but
yeah, it's not really a seed pack.
it was
My
four
sister
seeds, and I
has
got
a
three
bunch in a
pins.
thing. She just pours it in and says, "Here you go." So,
I think it
um,
was one of his last breeding projects, honestly, from what she told me. It was
yes,
one of the last couple he did before he
yes.
passed.
And then the one in the front here, the smaller plant. This is what we're calling pheno number 2 for
Which is the sweet.
the banana berry muffin. Yes, they all have a little bit different profile as far as taste, look, um, uh, fertility, everything. I mean, they're all just a slight bit difference between all of them. And number 1, the reason we're reversing her and actually using her um, as the pollinator is because of her size and strength and vigor. So we want to introduce that into her B, because we're using A as the pollinator. We want to introduce that to B cut of that same one, as well as cross
Well,
it
that's
to
just to
2 and
feminize.
4. Right. That's just
The
a
A to
feminized
B
to
is
get the
just to get the
B's.
feminize of number one. It'll be the
Right.
same. That way, I still get my tall. This will be the same. Turns kind of purplish, especially at lower temperatures. Her leaves are really purple underneath. Number
Mhm.
number one A especially. But that's to get my fem seeds, and then
You're
one
about to
A
say letter
to
A, weren't you?
no. I don't watch Google Foods anymore. 1A to 2 here is because I like the sweet of 2, and I wanted to kind of get a bigger plant with the same sweet is what I'm shooting for at least. And then number 4, she grew 4 feet wide. She would be perfect for a 4 foot scrog tent because she was naturally grown just the same as these. She was 4 feet wide and takes up 5 trays on the herbs now. So I hope if I would have stripped her better and gotten rid of a lot of little baby bugs at the bottom, I think I would have gotten a pound off of her easily. But she has, and she's what? Which one's the right banana? I'm trying to hide it now. Honestly.
The banana one is number 4. Yes.
Okay,
She's
yeah.
the
Number four
overripe
was
banana.
the overripe banana.
Hmm.
Number one is the most banana berry muffin, the most berry muffin, the most berry with the kind of funky that you would think of as like a
Yeah, with a
muffin.
little bit of funk behind it. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
number two is the super sweet one that,
super sweet.
yeah. So,
Because
and
eventually these are going to go auto flower too. That's just way down the line.
yes, yeah, I actually want to do, we're going to end up doing my autoflower breeding project probably before we do flip change this one and breed it to an auto, but I'm still trying to find that one auto that we will actually want to use as more that's more ruderalis dominant.
Yeah.
So something we can use that doesn't have a real strong profile, that is just to get the autoflowering genetics mixed in so that we can actually breed it to an autoflower.
We may have
Because I
to
don't,
hit up Landrace Bureau and get a real landrace.
yeah. So, and these seeds are naturally regs. So he's actually feminizing it
I'm feminizing the
while,
line.
right, he's feminizing it while he's breeding it, and the same. Because I mean, we're still going to work the line after that. But to get some of them out, I mean, once they're feminized, depending on which one it is, I mean, we could potentially do the cross we're doing 1-to-1, and if we wanted to with the fem seeds, go ahead and get those out and get going if we wanted. Not that I necessarily want to do it that way, but I'm just saying we could, because we
I would still
know,
need people growing them first.
yeah.
I would need to grow them
So,
first to make sure they're what they're supposed to be.
right. I'm saying we could, but we want to actually grow them out. I have a couple people that I'm going to send them to try the different environments and how they grow and with their
Different
nutrients.
nutrients in water.
Right. So that way we could kind of see overall what they do. And I want them popping them from seeds, because clones are always going to be clones. They're always, you know, I don't want to send more clones out to do that kind of stuff. Although we actually do have two people that have clones of, um, which one did we send Rue? Did we send him two or four? Do you remember?
2 or 4 and an 808, 2 or 3. I don't know. I
Oh,
can't
we
remember.
sent to Rue's Goofy Growing. He got one of the 808s and the banana berry muffin. So we sent clones to him, and then to my best friend,
She got
Peaceful
one
Mushy.
of everything except for one. Nobody got one.
Yeah, nobody got the number one pheno that we have. That is one that we did hold back and keep for our own and for the project. So,
Yeah, we cut 3 clones off of each of the other plants.
um, we are going to eventually. There are the three phenos of the banana berry muffin that we're putting in there, plus the turkleberry from Silly Rabbit. But
This one
we're gonna have to flip the other one,
and
the
those
one
3.
that's actually gonna create the pollen. We'll have to flip that one first and spray it to reverse before we actually put those four in there with her.
Because there's
So, because we need her creating all of the pollen sacs and stuff before we put the girls in there to flip to flower. Because once we start spraying, I want to be I want to stop spraying and then put the girls in there with at least 2 to 3 weeks of spraying before we put them into our flower, because they're still going to have 2 to 3 weeks of flower before they'll actually start creating enough pistils, and then once it starts dropping pollen, we'll be good then. So I don't, I can't have the other girls flowering or in the room while we're spraying. So that's why that's the only one in that tent at the moment in the gambit, is because she's the
and
one
she's
we're
on
going
the
to
other side of the house.
reverse. Yeah,
Because she's on the other side of the house.
yeah. So that's why she's in there, and we'll put the other ones that are in that tent in there. So we'll still have a few. I'll have the Gingy, that is the gingers from Romulan, um, waiting. We'll have
Please.
this one in the 2x4. This is another banana berry muffin waiting. Those two
A
little
sweet
ones, those are
phenome.
two clones off of the Torkleberry that we're actually pollinating. She'll be one that's receiving pollen. Those are two clones off of her. So that once all of those are done, we will actually be able to flip those to flower just to actually get bud off of them, not to do anything else with. Because twirlberry is a really good plant, and she tastes and
She gets
smells really
me
good.
very well medicated.
Yes, and we do
One of the
know quite a
few,
few people that really do like her. So
and she's one of the few that gets me medicated with very little in comparison to the others.
yes, so
But,
but I probably will also have because that one, like I said, is from Silly Rabbit. I will probably also have the new Silly Rabbits in that tent too, growing, which I probably need to pop soon so that they will all be close enough to the same time. So I'll probably, that way I can just flip that whole tent at once. And the Silly Rabbits, the new ones that he has, will
and
be
these
big
four,
enough to flip at the same time. So,
and the four closest to me, this one, that one, and those two are all, they're all waiting to flower with those.
yeah. And what were
So most
those?
likely they'll all
I know
take the five.
two. I know two of those Silly Rabbits. What
You
were
have
all of
them?
them that were in that?
You have them in
Um,
here?
no, they're in there. Yeah, in the Silly
What's I
Rabbit
said in here?
container. Yeah.
They're in
Um,
that one box, right?
I know it's the Virility S1 and that Bing Bong Baby
No, it was Chicken Head.
chicken and
There's Harlot S1.
Harlot S1. That's the S1. It was Harlot
We have
S1.
well, we have Virility from last time also. Harlot S1, Bing Bong Baby, Chicken Head, Bing Bong Baby, and Chicken Head.
Yes, we only
Yeah,
got
we
three.
got two of
Yeah.
everything. Well,
Hmm.
we got two of everything. I didn't know we got two of everything. One for each of us. I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah, one set of testers for each one of us. So those will also be three. That hold on, let me
Let's see. Let me
there
turn
you
where
go.
I'm at.
Yeah, not a
Ooh,
front.
leaning. Sorry, we're leaning.
Yeah, the Bing Bong Baby, which is the Nana Sherbert times Harlot, and these are all from his Dark Side Seed Society on Silly Rabbit
Finally.
Genetics. Bing Bong Baby, which also the Nana
I
Sherbert.
already did that one.
Oh, that's
It's the
right.
same thing.
I was
I
like,
have two.
the Harlot he did take to an S1. I think he took his regular off of there. That's the Empress crossed with Putang, which I have not run the Empress yet. I have of his. I really want to grow that one too.
And that's
Um,
Lazy River. Empress was by Lazy River.
yes,
Ooh,
and
Chicken Head.
then
Chicken Head is
Chicken Head.
Twerkleberry times Harlot.
Yes, so that one I'm excited to see because it does have that Turkleberry in it. Chicken Head. Woo woo.
Whoa.
So, and I will tell you, there hasn't really been, I think there's probably only been one. Everything we've grown from Silly Rabbit has been great. I think there was one that you didn't like the taste as much, but other people loved it. Um,
Which one's that?
so that was the mm, Strawberry Lucy.
Thunderwind.
Well, yeah, you're not much of a chocolate fan either, but our daughter likes
Well,
that one.
mint.
So it's a
It's the
mint
mint.
chocolate, which is Thunderwind. It's really good too, and she actually creates a really nice plant. So, but there's
And
nothing
she's
from
an
his.
autoflower.
So yeah, and she's an autoflower. So there's not much
But
from him that
the
we
stuff I took
really
to
don't like.
Vegas in 2024, the the Skunkadelic, the stuff that actually the only rosin we ever flower rosin we ever cured was the Skunkadelic from him,
Hmm. Yes.
and it was
Yeah.
orange.
Hmm.
The buds were
Yeah.
orange.
It was
The
more of
rosin
an.
was orange.
Yeah, it was. And when it wait, it was orange, and then when it cured, it got a little bit more of that golden color,
It was
right?
still orange once you stirred it up.
Okay. Who's going chicken hunting? That would be us. Um,
Piggy
I do
pie.
need to look and see because there are some people that are already that are his testers also that are also already growing it, and I have seen what they do. I'm interested to see. Um, of course, with our nutrients and the everything since we've switched nutrients, everything seems to be doing a whole lot better. Plants are stronger, healthier. Um,
They're
I have
much more
not
flavorful.
seen, yeah, more flavorful. I have not seen any type of nutrient lockout or any deficiencies of any kind. We have had a little bit of leaf burn, but that's our
You know
fault,
what?
not the
We
plants.
haven't. I just thought about that. I haven't spotting on the leaves, the brown spots,
Hmm.
since we switched
Yep.
that we usually saw. I just thought of that when you said that. I was like, I actually haven't seen because I've been taking care of the plants.
Yeah.
Only thing I really had issues with was plants getting too big for the tents and they're killing their bottom leaves and their smaller siblings, tent mates, whatever.
Yeah.
So the only issue I've had with this stuff. I added the sweet candy. Also, everybody's been just roaring.
Hmm. Yeah. So it's the new nutrients are doing really well. So I'm really enjoying these, and they're good on the pocketbook, so that helps. So if any of y'all are looking into it, switching nutrients or changing anything up, I do recommend the mega crop, which
This
is
isn't big brain.
that's just a sweet candy.
Yeah, this is just a sweet candy additive I'm adding.
Um, well, it's because it's so bright in there with all the tents open.
Yeah. From the camera. I mean, all I have is the one. I have. I
Asthma.
could,
Yeah, yeah,
this is their
but
one part, but we
the
use the
mega
two
crop
part.
from Greenleaf, the we use the two part A and B um, nutrients. We did try when we first started. We tried they have a sample pack, which is the one part, then the two part A and B, and then they put in their PK booster.
And the sea
And
kelp.
yeah, and the sea kelp, and it was like $20.
You paid
So
shipping, I think. Yeah, it was like half off or something like that.
So we did actually go ahead and get that and try it because we wanted to try it against the nutrients we were using. And the mega crop nutrients they got bigger, healthier, had more growth. Um, like I said, greener, no deficiencies, no issues, problems, anything like that. And so I was like, we're just going to stick with this. We bought 25-pound bags pretty much. And they are those two plus the sweet candy with the discount that we got off of them was half the price that we would have
Of
paid
one bag.
for one bag of the stripe that we were using. So we have not used backstrap molasses. I do know quite a few people that actually do use it, and my brother-in-law actually used to use it on his. That is part of the reason why we have that sweet candy that we're using, is because it adds
It has molasses
everything.
in it, I believe.
Yeah, it adds everything plus molasses. So it is to sweeten the profile, bring out the flavor of the plant, do all of that, that all of those micronutrients at the end that you put in there. It also has the amino acids that are really good. Um, yeah, it's in
I'll put this one
recharge,
actually.
right? Um, so it has a few things in it that are really good for your flowering plants. They actually recommend that you either use it at the so many
All the
weeks
way.
into flower or all the way, which it'll go either
They
way.
recommend all the
So
way.
we just yeah, we just started using it all the way when we started using it. So
The feeding
um
calculator, which I don't go by their feeding calculator because I go by what I feel is right because I don't measure like I don't do anything like normal people do. I use three teaspoons of
Yes.
A and B and 1 teaspoon of sweet candy because I looked at the ratios and what they were recommending on their dosage was use about 1/3 of the sweet candy for your 2-part nutrients, but I run at a higher EC than they recommend at the early stages because I give them the same dose of nutrients all the way through, start to finish. They
Yeah.
are like what are we doing? 2.5, I think is what it is.
Yes. Yeah. So everything in our house runs higher than most people, and we don't we don't add water. We don't, start them at a lower dose and only give them, a dropper full or this or that. They don't get a lower strength. They get everything they're going to get from the time we start feeding until the very end.
That
So,
Torkelberry that we cut clones off of, she was a direct sow into cocoa with these nutrients. That's it.
yeah, it was the first plant we ever direct that he ever direct sowed because I didn't do it. We've actually never put a seed direct sow into any medium we've ever used. So everything, of course, if you know anything about us, has always gone straight into the can. Hats off, Tom. But
I just didn't want to get the can wet for one seed
yeah,
because we lost the other Torkelberry we tried.
yeah. That one more quarter. One reason why we started looking at nutrients was because what we were paying was so expensive. Um, in order to get a 5K bag of each one of the nutrients, and we would have to buy two, if not maybe three of these packs per year. Now they would last a good little while, but it's only like 5 to 6 months at the most. Um, and it would be close to $300, if not more, if we had to buy
Each
both A
time.
and B of those. Yeah, each time.
Each time.
So 25 pounds of both the A and B. I think B
It
actually
was
ends up being a
22.
little bit less, is 22 pounds, to equal the same amount as A. And then the sweet candy, and with the discount, um,
Even without the
it was
discount,
like,
it was under $200.
actually, I think it was only like 115 with the discount. And
That's
that
what I'm saying,
gives you
even before the discount.
25 pounds of nutrients. So, yeah, it makes a huge difference. And it doesn't, that way we don't have to mix all that stuff ourselves. We don't try to bring, we don't have to do any of that. We're trying to figure out the cheapest way that we can grow the best possible plants that we can. Whether we're using it on cannabis or home vegetables,
Yeah,
anything that
it
we want to
works good
grow,
on the
garden
okra.
outside. Um,
We used it on the
anything that we
okra.
want to use to grow. Actually, I use it. I put those nutrients in my cactus that I'm growing inside that tent right there in that bottom left-hand corner. I started that cactus from seed, and now it takes forever to grow a cactus, guys. But I started it from seed, and it's loving it. So, I mean, you can grow succulents with this stuff. So,
You were growing your okra with it
yes,
outside this summer.
yeah. And actually, you were putting it in my okra because I'd pretty much given up my okra at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
I was just trying to see if I could keep it
I was
alive because
never going. Yeah.
you know me. I don't
So
like to let stuff die.
yes, low cost, stress free. We Most people would not believe it, but I consider myself to be a very lazy grower. Um, it if I've got to do a whole lot to it, and the only plant I will actually grow and do more with will be that auto orange. Because she does take a lot of work. She does. You really have to. Um, okay, you really have to beat the hell out of that plant and really do a whole lot to it. Hey, Starhon. Um, in order to keep her small and keep her going. You gonna find it?
Yeah.
And she will grow. At the moment, no, I'm not growing any autoflowers. I do grow autoflowers. I'm getting ready to pop some autoflowers. I prefer autos over photos. Um, at the moment, because Carl is getting ready to start his breeding project soon, I don't have any autoflowers growing because I can't grow those at the time when I can't say, okay, with autoflowers, if I haven't grown it before, I can't definitively say it's going to flower around this time. So with certain ones, you can guess usually around 20 to 30 days, they usually start showing um, the fact that, they start flipping into flower themselves. They start doing that. I can't take a chance on doing that while we could possibly be um, having pollen in the house. So on top of the fact, honestly, I haven't been home. Um, yeah, well, and it is a problem with all the flowers. It The good thing is with photos, I have some photos that'll still be in veg stage, and they'll be in veg when we start pollinating the other 10. That part doesn't matter. As long as they're still in the veg stage, we haven't flipped them. There's no pollen floating around. We don't have to worry about them. Um, yeah, they don't do they put it on the big screen? I don't think they do. He's looking for when we were going on HGTC, the auto orange that uh, when it used to be. I forgot the hashtag lights for CC. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that's what we need right there. Okay, so let me see if I can. Ooh, that is the wrong button. Okay, so let's see. It is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and. Ooh, yeah, that's the night owl. I'm trying to get to the auto orange part of it. Okay. Ooh, nope, we switched to the other tent. That's where it was. Because they're in the tent over here at the moment. Okay. Yes. So during this time, just to let y'all know, the auto orange, the bottom left-hand corner, of course, is my shot. But it is, let me, it's doing it backwards. At the time, I was growing 4 of them. So 2 of them we trained and 2 of them we didn't. These 2 smaller ones that you'll see, it's really hard to see. They don't put it on the big screen at the time. These 2, as you can see, are a completely different size. So you can see kind of the size difference in these 2 here. These are the auto orange that we did train, and I'll see if I can't find another one while after this finishes. But it, with the way that I had to literally beat the ever loving shit out of these two plants to get them small and keep them small, otherwise, they did this. Yeah, it looks horrible, but these buds are absolutely enormous.
Baseball bats.
They are the size of a baseball bat, and they are as dense as they come. I mean, you couldn't. It, we pretty much had to throw out,
Both of them.
yeah, pretty much both of the whole plants, and it really sucked. But you can see the amount of leaves that are on this thing. There's not, even with really, really good airflow in here, they are a very leafy plant for the buds to build that big. And you could have, see, we had multiple, we had 4 fans in here. There's fans in the lights, and there were 2 fans up underneath blowing in these things. No matter what we did, they got bud rot. It it was horrible. It really hurt my heart, but hence the reason we were. Oops, okay, now I got to make this bigger again. Oh, well, yeah. Let me take it off screen here, and I'll see if I can't fix this. And but it was, yeah. It's really disheartening when you spend. Yeah, I've got to actually fix it in order to make it back to where it was. I I'll fix it later. Um,
Yeah, good luck with that.
Now I can see where I'm going. View channel. Yeah, it there we go. Can't see the chat, but I can't yeah. So I did go the other way. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, and it those plants, actually the biggest ones we had, they were about 120 or 122 days at that point. Because for an autoflower, that is almost unheard of.
That's normal what she runs.
But when she gets smaller, when I actually train her out, she normally goes about 90 days. Anywhere between 75 to 90, just depends on how much I beat her up. So, but she is one of, usually I would say most of the time, she's right around 90. She is one of the longest growing autoflowers that we have. And there aren't very many that I will actually grow and actually be happy with growing for 90 something days. Most people would be like, if I got to grow 90 days, I might as well grow a photo. Yeah, but you're not going to get this in a photo. But she does take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and you really have to work with her in order to get her. But she, yes, she is phenomenal. And she smells like, I say, because I don't taste her, but it I've only had one pheno that we've actually grown of it that was a little bit more of the citrus. The rest of them all really is more like the smelling of the, like mechanics use that Gojo hand soap. When it's growing, it smells like Gojo hand soap, like you just wash your hands with that hand soap in a sweaty locker room, pretty much. Like somebody just took all the football player socks. They've been wearing the same socks for weeks, playing a game every day, and just strung them all over the room. And then you went in there to go wash your hands with that hand soap. So it really is. It's really a funky kind of orangey smell. Um, So my brother-in-law actually described it as a um,
A stinky well, stinky guy selling oranges.
yeah, a stinky guy smelling like an unbathed guy selling oranges out in the Florida sun, on the Florida sun, on like on the side of the road in the Florida sun. So just because when you get a lot of fruit, especially anything that's citrus, I don't know if any of y'all have been in Florida and been to any of those stands, but buying something in a more of a hot, humid temperature it tends to bring those smells out a little bit more, and it smells more overdone than it really is. So it just um, smells better than black licorice and gassy workman. Yeah. Um,
Hey, that one we have wolf pussy is supposed to smell like a hot, horny, wet dog pussy or something, like a wet dog. And
yeah. we and I guess it's to each his own as well. We have a strain, and it's actually if you wanted to get into some weird names and different terps, we have a strain we have not grown, and it's just because I'm not sure if I'm actually going to like the smell of this one, to be honest.
I don't like that thing.
It it the name of the strain is called Wolf Pussy, and it literally is supposed to smell like a um, I'm guessing it would be a wolf, not necessarily a dog because it's called wolf. Um,
I've talked to the Peters.
but it is more like a
Wet dog and horny pussy. That's what they say.
okay. So they say a wet dog and a cross between a wet dog and a wet female. So we'll just say that.
Kind of is how they describe it. It's like
They're a little more descriptive, and they so no, the Gorilla Glue does not smell like a wet gorilla. You're going to get more of the gassy adhesive, hopefully, than anything. But to me, it does smell like a. Um, no, Gorilla Glue smells like, to me, it smells like packing tape. It has, yeah, like super glue, packing tape, that kind of stuff. So if you've ever packed up a box and you have the clear packing tape, that's what Gorilla Glue smells like to me because you've got that adhesive smell. It's well, things that are mixed with it that are more Gorilla Glue than anything, but yeah, because I don't take the sweet part into account.
That 25.1 kind of has that Gorilla Glue.
The 25.1 has adhesive. Yeah, adhesive genetics has some adhesive smell to it. So he has an autoflower. It was a 25.1 because the last I knew he didn't have a name for it, and it has that. It's a cross with Gorilla Glue, and it has more of that glue smell and taste to it. Because he sent me some of those to test for him. So yeah, sorry, my throat's getting dry because I'm the only one up here talking at the moment. So like smoking Christmas tape and Helmers. Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Yeah. But yeah, and it depends. Because we've had like the Royal Gorilla is supposed to be like a Gorilla Glue. It actually has, but it's actually a Gorilla Cookies strain. It's not so much the glue part of it. Um, yeah, and if I could say anything, y'all, when you get ready to buy genetics, don't just read what it's crossed with because it says it's a Gorilla Glue. But if you read down into the description, make sure you read down into the description because some of the breeders, if they put a description, because I will be say you breeders that make genetics, please put a description, y'all. Come on, don't just put the two strains you crossed it with, whether it's a hybrid and how many days it is. Put a description. Um, okay, got off that now. But if you read into the description, a lot of the times it will tell you it is a Gorilla Cookies cross. Um, a
Pineapple Express from Barney's.
Yeah, if you look at certain strains, I actually got a little bit different. We grew a Pineapple Express from Barney's Farms that we got at one point, and I was like, oh, cool, Pineapple Express. I love that movie. I was like, this strain's going to be great. It is not a true Pineapple Express because it actually is pineapple chunks. Chunk. It's called pineapple chunk, right? That's in it. It is not the actual strains that make up the true Pineapple Express. So read the descriptions, stuff like that, so that you actually know a little bit more about what you're getting. And breeders, please put a description. Um, if I have to say the one person that does the absolute best descriptions for any of their strains I have ever read is going to be Dream Beans. Um, he is he has such a creative mind to me, and if he's the one writing them, I mean, it may be his wife, it may be somebody else writing it for him. I don't know, but his strains have some of the best descriptions on them. I have never grown White Widow. I have a White Widow cross. Um, uh, well, no, Peaceful sent us. Yeah, um, Peaceful sent us. No, it wasn't Peaceful. It was Bill. Bill sent us a cross that has Bill Danger from a Discord. He had sent us a cross that has White Widow in it too. So we may actually have two. But I know for sure I have one.
I have Dave not here that's supposed to be that land grab.
Okay, so then we have two.
But supposedly,
It's supposedly, yeah. We do have another strain that it's called Dave's Not Here. It's also part of the Nacho and El Sapo brand, but it was Nacho's friend that wasn't it?
Sister trim from.
Okay, the guy that my sister used to trim plants for, and he would just basically just take seeds and just kind of chunk them out and be like, all right, let's see what happens. And they just pollinate males and females together, and it would just come up. It's just open pollination, letting nature do its thing. And it supposedly is a White Widow cross as well, White Widow crossed with Lamb's Breath. So, and he has since passed away too. That was part of the reason why Nachos continued to carry it on. So, I'm pretty sure he does. I don't know that there is a place that Dream Beans will not ship to. I'm actually seeing if I can look that up now. Um, does not say anything about it there. Let me go to his about page and see. Um, and it is dreambeans.net. So if any of y'all are interested in taking a look, um, I will tell you as a first time buyer from him, you actually get 50% off of your complete order. It does not include if it is on sale or if it's the strain of the week. You don't get 50% off. But if you're just buying straight genetics that are at their normal cost, you do get 50% off. And, huh?
Everything except for the new genetics is half off. Right
Okay, well, for him right now, even everything except his newest strains out are already 50% off. And there's always a freebie with his orders that you'll get. And uh, okay, so it does not say anything about the fact that whether they won't ship, um, like if there's anything that, oh, excuse me, that they won't ship to. Um, yeah, even in his frequently asked questions, there isn't anything that says, oh, excuse me, yeah, even in this, if you wanted to, you could go into his support page and get in touch with him. You can actually send him a message there. He does have a very, very active Facebook page. So if you are on Facebook with it, you can get in touch with him there. And he does do really, really, really strenuous, like rigorous testing based on everything that I've read. Um, he does have a 99% germination rate. Uh, and he does guarantee his stuff that if you can actually show that it didn't germinate, um, he's happy to to work with you about getting it replaced. So, but uh, hmm? Yeah, and it kind of his germination rate for me too is any breeder that says, if you kind of like AQ does, if you buy a 3-pack, you get a fourth one for free. That's kind of your, hey, just in case one doesn't pop, here's a free one. If you buy a 3-pack, you get 4 from Dream Beans. If you buy a 5-pack, you get 7. So it's kind of like here's a couple extra seeds just to guarantee that everything germinates. Um, plus you get your freebies as well. So, and you get the way that your freebies work, it depends on how many seeds you purchase as to how many of those free seeds you get. So, what was I was looking to see, there is one, Freddy Krueger. I was looking to see the description. He's got one right now that I really want. It's called Freddy Krueger, spelled different, but because of course you can't take the name. So um, just to tell you what some of his description is, it says from the moment the jar you open the jar, it hits you like a nightmare in the face. Searing orange zest, smoldering funk, and that deep, grimy dumpster stank that somehow smells amazing. It's dark and dirty. It's sweet, it's sour, and it will rip through your nose like Freddy's claws through the boiler room wall. So, I mean, just to give you a small snippet of some of his descriptions. So,
Diamond milk, great dumpster juice. I'm getting ready to go dance.
yeah, it actually, he gives you awesome, awesome descriptions of his stuff. It gives some of the best visual and the best idea as to how that will actually, you know, turn out. And he only does autoflowers, y'all. So just so that you know, he does actually have an education center on his website. Um, he talks about different plants. What is this one?
GDJ.
Okay, so Carl just went and grabbed this for me. This is the grape dumpster juice that he pressed yesterday. It was yesterday, right? 2 days ago? That's right. We trimmed all day yesterday. So this was 2 days ago. We haven't. Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. It was yesterday.
This was yesterday morning. So yeah, I dabbed that yesterday.
Yeah, you did say 2 days ago. Yeah, then you've dabbed that much since yesterday. Yes, it is nice to see them support the customers. Absolutely. He does a really good job, and he does, like you say, he does have a very active Facebook. He is live all the time on Facebook. It's at least once a week. I have seen him some weeks where there are multiple. Very engaging, replies to his comments, information, gives you everything you need to know about autoflowers on his page. And like I said, that is what?
Speed run.
Oh, yeah. Um, so a lot of people have not heard about Dream Beans before. And I'm trying to bring him a little bit more recognition. But most of you have heard of speedrun seeds, I'm sure. So, speedrun initially, what strain was it? Granite Haze? Okay. So, speedrun initially started
You
some.
have a
I
Google right in
know,
front
but
of
I already
you.
know
You
you
were
know the answer,
literally
and that way I don't have to type.
you were literally. I was trying to get you to get. That's why I was saying speedrun so you could look up their website so you could say it exactly because I'm kind of high. I will say,
Okay. So,
and it is their granite haze.
ooh.
It's their granite haze. I'm going to show you, John, in a second. It's their granite haze that started as a collaboration with Dream Beans, which is the basis for like a good 50% of speedruns uh, main line, if I remember correctly. Is that granite haze? I'm going to check prices ahead. Oven third, don't talk. Okay. It's dark. It must be after midnight. I use a dab press 4-ton hydraulic. I need to upgrade. I will say, if you are looking to buy a press, buy bigger than you think you need. You won't regret it.
Yes. And if I
Buy
have
one
to
with a
make it,
gauge,
yes, I was about to say if I have to make another recommendation is you want to gauge on it,
a
so
pressure
that you
gauge.
can tell
See,
your pressure. Um, Also, another on speedrun seeds, another one is the bear's breath. That
that's what it came
is,
from.
yeah. So if you see, because it is it like he has speedrun seeds has this citrus bubblegum. It's a cross between their granite strain, which is the stabilized pheno of bear's breath by Dream Beans, and then the bubblegum auto. So this is an auto flower from them. So it is the granite strain, but it's a pheno of the bear's breath. So
Granite haze. Granite haze. F3, F4. That's a lot of sound.
he took it to an F7. All right. So yeah, their granite haze is bear's breath crossed with the Hubba Bubba Smelloscope, which was actually
From
pretty
Mephisto.
from Mephisto, crossed with a no-name haze. So that's how they get the haze in it. But it's the Hubba Bubba Smelloscope crossed with that haze, and then that crossed to the bear's breath. So, and the bear's breath is the collab with Dream Beans. So, a lot of people, if they're really, 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 really love speed run seeds, half, just about half of his autos started with some sort of cross or collaboration with Granite Haze, which is Dream Beans. So, yeah, well, I'm just saying about half of his autos that I've seen have have the Granite Haze in it. Yeah. So, um, Nug Smasher XP, they have a lifetime warranty and 80% trade in. Yeah. So we originally wanted, when we were looking at the Nug Smashers. I will tell you at that time, they were out of our price range.
So,
Um, yeah, still are at the moment. Um, and we actually got, that is actually, that dab press is a refurbished unit because we got it on sale. But they take,
they guarantee.
they guarantee it, and didn't say it takes just pretty much everything
I
apart.
talked to the guy that does it.
Yeah, and clean it up, make sure they test it, retest it, get it
Calibrate.
functioning, they recalibrate it, they do all of that stuff to it before they'll actually send it right back out. And it comes with a warranty, just the same as if they would if you bought a brand new one.
Scratching it.
So it's, yeah, it's basically like buying a scratch and dent.
It's actually better.
So, but the scratch and dents aren't necessarily tested from most manufacturers. They just got beat up in transit, so you don't really know if they're going to work. Whereas these are guaranteed to work. So,
And even the new one in the box, because it's been tested and calibrated.
yeah. So,
Essentially.
yeah. What Carl was saying is better than even the brand new ones that you buy in the box, because these, not every unit that you, even like it, say if you were going to get an appliance, they only test so many of them in the manufacturer and then they just pump them out. So they've never been tested on the floor or anything like that 9 times out of 10. So you just get it and hope that everything's put together right and that it works. These have been tested multiple times before they've ever sent out, every single unit that is refurbished. So it's guaranteed to work. It comes with a warranty and it's already been tested multiple times. So,
That's all you get.
and when you get call and talk to them, you actually get a person.
It's the dude who refurbishes.
So he's the guy that actually works on them and refurbishes. Mm, yeah, them things.
Fixes them.
He's the one that fixes them. Yeah, sorry. The,
He fixes them.
he fixes them. Um,
Stuff like it.
I can't get the words out. So, but he's the one that Carl actually talked to on the phone, and he was, very nice guy.
I was rude.
He was
I was rude. I was rude.
he was talking to him. So, and he was like, okay, so, but
I've been scammed so many times.
yeah,
I was not nice because I thought he was scamming.
but
I wish I would
either way,
same time.
yeah, we really should have bought
I want to look
the
at
bigger
it.
unit. Um, if I had to change anything now with that one, um, the next one we buy will at least be a 10-ton. It will have a pressure gauge. Um, this honestly is more of an entry level for us to be able to just to get to press. Um, a press is a costly investment. Um,
Better to buy one. Cry once and
yeah, honestly, it is better to, if you can save the money, to get bigger than what you think you need and make it a good one-time purchase. It's kind of like a computer. You want to save a little bit more, get more for your money, than what you actually think you need, because not long after that, you're going to realize you actually needed it and you didn't know you needed it. So, um, yes, there are. Nug Smasher does have some refurbished units. We did look into those as well,
they don't have
but they don't have a warranty, or didn't at the time. So I don't know if they have warranties with their stuff now. I just know that
not a full 1 year.
it's not a 1 year warranty from when we looked at it. So at least, Dab Press actually gave us a full 1 year warranty. So just like their brand new units, that's part of the reason why, again, we went that way, and they were cheaper. So, but
I want the low
Yeah.
plates.
yeah, Carl wants a set of low temp plates. So I honestly would hope to get him a better unit before we get those plates,
What do you mean?
but like a bigger press.
No, we'll just save for those. It's not much more than the Nug Smasher for that.
for the low tip plate.
Well,
Okay.
for that's about $3 grand total.
About 3 grand. Okay. Yeah, he's
Like I
also
said,
got the he almost got the mini, but the reviews said get the XP. So I did. Yeah,
I would not have gotten
I would not have gotten the mini either. Um, just for the pure fact as I've seen how small that thing is. Now, if you're doing small batches, you don't dab a lot, um, or you're doing it just to make um, like distillate and stuff like that. It it would not be it's not really that bad of an investment, but honestly, from anybody that I knew that got the mini, they said it wasn't enough. They turned around and not too long after that turned around and upgraded or said that they just kept what they had and wished they wanted more. So
how much is the XP for 2,500?
mm, I don't know. Let's look up and see how much they are. Oh, he was just asking. He's like, how much are the XP? Last time we looked, it was around $2,500. Um, it's yeah, it's been a couple years. So um, anywhere between $993 to $6,200. So yeah, so it just depends on what bundle you get. So the lowest is 1,400. This is the XP. So the lowest is just the press only without anything, which is pretty much $1,000. More details.
No, I wanted to buy one.
12 tons of manually controlled pressure. Extract up to 28 grams with extraordinary accuracy. Okay. So it is Dream Beans, and that is Dream Beans. That way you can see it in the chat. And it is dreambeans.net. It's all one word, so dreambeans.net. So if you want to take a look and just kind of, you can look over his descriptions, that kind of stuff. See the size of the plates. Uh, yeah, 6x4 quad heated plates with dual 160-watt heaters. Yeah.
But they're a 4x7.
Oh, you are more than welcome.
It's like a 20-ton compressor.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm waiting until we.
if you get the bundle, I bought it for Black Friday and thought I got it cheaper, but decarb out of stock. So okay.
We have a
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So it depends when you like. John was saying if you're looking at the different bundles and things, um, just make sure that they have everything in stock that you want with it. When we got our dab press, we actually purchased. It was from somewhere else, though, wasn't it? No, we got that from them. Um, yeah, we actually got the decarb capsule.
Oh, we ordered that separate.
That's what.
Yeah, that came separate.
Okay. So I thought we ordered it separate, but we ended up getting the decarb capsule and all of that when we got it. We've used it once. I don't think we've ever used it again, right?
I haven't had rosin to use for that because I don't have enough.
Yeah, we don't necessarily have enough rosin to be able to use for it anyway. No, you're good. It's back on a different time. It's way behind. So, oh, I can tell. I'm surprised one of the cats haven't jumped up there to knock the damn camera off the bed. Um, one's on the speaker. The other one's in the bedroom, probably still on top of the tent.
It wasn't on that arm there for
Um, so, but yes. Oh, excuse me. If you're gonna buy big bundles and things like that, I guess you could call, like he's saying, call Nug Smasher and make sure that they have everything in stock for that bundle. If they don't, you should be able to swap it out for something of around the same price. But we've only used that decarb capsule once. We I used it when we made gummies one time when we first started using making gummies, and yeah, it really didn't taste good. It it may have been more of the strains that it gave Carl a headache, but it may have. I think it's some. We have found that there is a certain tert that is in certain strains that really gives him a bad headache. And anytime that he smokes it, dabs it, whatever. And I have, yeah, it's almost like a full on, it starts to develop into like a headache that goes straight into a migraine. And there is, there is certain something in certain strains that sets me off as well. Um, but more of my, it's more my allergies. There is just a couple of strains, and I don't know. I want to say, other than that banana berry muffin, the only um, that really
very first one that got
that was the night owl, whatever that night owl was. Then I had this the purple one.
the pepper.
Yeah. That one really set off. It's an owl pellet, so we don't know exactly what it is. It's like they're mixed seeds. So, but there's also another one that Trace Grape from Mosca is really strong, and the Night Terror from AQ, which was a freebie that we got at one point. It There's something in it, and I don't know if it's anything that we've had that either had a Granddaddy Purple or that was a Granddaddy Purple with a really strong gassy mixture. That sets my allergies off. So if there's something that has a really strong gassy, like the Night Terror, anytime I'm sitting here trimming it, I'm just like my eyes are burning. It's setting my allergies off. Yes, my best friend grew it too because she has some, and it it's one of those strains that she says that it's so strong when she smokes it, it makes her want to puke. But it sets her. She loves the effect of it because even though it gives her that kind of nauseating smell and taste, it smokes really great. She loves it. She loves the effects because it's really strong. Um, but the dumpster juice. Oh, that's what you're dabbing. Never mind. Sorry, he's over here talking, and I'm thinking, I'm like, no, dumpster juice didn't do that. Um, we grew the grape dumpster juice from Dream Beans, and that's a really good one too. So lavender, yeah, no, we don't do anything in this house lavender. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a plant, if it's a candle, if it's a cologne, perfume, anything, body spray. The only thing I am allowed to do, not allowed, anything that I will do is an essential oil, but I don't use it for anything that's going to be near him. Not allowed.
anyone saw me, they'd think I was even worse.
Yeah, they would. Y'all, it's not that he allows me to do anything because I am not a kept woman. If y'all, yeah, him tell me what to do, it would be like most of you thinking about smacking your mama. It ain't gonna happen. So yeah, I'm too strong headed and bullheaded
You
and
were the fucking Taurus now, you're saying.
yeah, yeah. My youngest is a Taurus, so yeah, a lot of people would think that that would be me. Nope, no, y'all, I'm a Scorpio. If it tells you anything like astrology or anything like that, yeah, yeah. So no,
Actually, I'm a Capricorn.
I keep putting my hand on this mouse, and every time I do, I'm clicking it, and I'm not clicking on anything, but I'm clicking the mouse because
There to click.
it's there to click, but I also think it's kind of a
Hearing it.
just sit on my hand, y'all.
I keep hearing you click on it.
Well, I'm having to do something too to, I don't know if it's more of a stimming thing or because if I keep myself still, I don't click, but if I stop moving, I start clicking the mouse. A little nervous twitch, a little stimming something or other. Otherwise, my foot would be down here.
You feel like you're all alone.
Yes, I feel like I am all alone because nobody loves me enough to come up here and talk to me. And but you're talking to me this way, not talking to them too. So I'm still pretty much having a conversation with you online because
It's hard
I'm
for me to
I'm
sit
I'm
here
giving you shit, dear.
without
You
shaking the camera.
you dab, it's fine. Um so but yeah,
Anybody
um
what were the final guesses?
all my uh the closest one was still uh yeah, was still the closest one to the guesses for the dabs. Was Shady still. Um,
I'm well over that by
yeah, and
now. Before I was.
so in between those two, but that was it. Nobody else guessed.
Oh,
So let me get all the way back to the bottom of the comments anymore. So Cancer. Oh, a 69 Cancer. So you are the same age that my brother-in-law would be if he was still alive.
he was only 9 years older than my mother.
Yes, he was born in 69.
Mother's supposed to be
Hmm. Yeah, and I always gave him shit because in the Chinese calendar he is the year of the cock.
He was a dick.
He was a dick. We loved him, but yeah. So I always gave him shit about the Chinese calendar. Oh, need to change my headphones over because that one's gonna die. Okay, sorry. Change headphones. Make sure one connects before I disconnect the other. Otherwise,
All
y'all
right,
ain't
now
gonna
I'll talk to you.
hear nothing.
Hi, buddy.
I'm done
I'll
talking now.
stop dabbing for a few minutes. Well, now I can talk because every time I talked before, you looked mad at me because I cut you off
Oh,
earlier.
okay. 69 is the Cancer symbol. Got it. So you were born 85. God.
69
It is the
is it
Cancer
the Cancer?
symbol.
Okay.
Yes.
85. He's a youngin. Youngin.
Yes.
Youngin. I was already 3 then.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you how old I am. No, I don't really care.
You were
I
twice my
was
age at that
born
age.
in the 1900s. Yes, I was twice your age at that point. So, um, but yes, I was born in 79. So I'm old. My little zennial ass.
82 over
Uh,
here, yo.
more Gen X than zennial, at least in spirit.
Here, you
So,
happy to
oh
see me
look,
now. And
there's
look, it's
Carl.
man boobies. Do I look as high as I might be? Look, I get on the screen and half the people leave. A third of the people left. Hi,
Oh, well,
everybody. Maybe I should look at the plants again and not me. So we're
well,
actually all around the same age. No wonder we're still awake.
yeah.
Here, I can get off one camera. We'll get the viewers back on the little screen. I'm not there anymore.
Oh,
This is
I'm gonna have to
weird. I gotta get like right
take
here.
that one off. Yeah,
No.
I took the vertical off my screen because I got tired
I
of looking
can't
at it.
take it off mine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Excuse me.
I eventually will have to figure out how to take that off. I don't know if any of y'all know what we're talking about as far as the vertical and horizontal
I am bald.
pictures. In StreamYard now, they give you the option for YouTube to either put your stream in the horizontal mode, like it is for built for a computer or a
Were you putting your
tablet or
stream?
anything like that, and then they have the option of also doing a vertical stream where it is more shaped for geared towards like phones and that kind of stuff. Um, so when I picked to do the show, I actually picked to put it in vertical and horizontal both. So it will actually show it in for
Here, I'll
whichever
just mute this and
device
come and
you're
show.
looking at on, it will actually show what it looks like. So if you're looking at it on a phone, it shows you a bigger vertical picture of the person on the screen versus a smaller picture. So, um, yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Make a big screen. I really can't. I gotta turn my brightness up.
Hold on, he's trying to show you.
See if we can get it. It needs to be your camera.
Oh, yeah, wrong camera. Sorry. I'm not even high, y'all. I don't smoke. Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
You can kind of make it out here. I've
Mm,
got two screens going.
yeah, it shows two screens. So um, it's got the smaller vertical one over here, which is set up and geared more towards a phone, or the other one where it just looks like your standard YouTube that you would look at on your laptop or computer.
Plus the damn comments and
Yeah, so it's really hard to do this and stream or do anything
on a
um,
phone.
on a phone. Now, if you're just watching YouTube and they have a vertical option, because it'll show like it's two different shows, but if you click it, it doesn't matter. It goes into the same one. But if you're looking at it on a phone, you want to pick the one that has the little blue phone icon for the next to the description. So this one will actually say Christmas Grow and Show with a little picture of looks like a little blue phone next to it. The other one just says Christmas Grow and Show.
I started losing my hair in my
And that's it.
20s. Mid to late 20s, but 20s.
Yeah. So I hadn't started losing my hair yet. I've got some pretty sparkles that show up because I have a husband and children. Um,
Ha ha ha.
they
Ow,
cause those
ow.
pretty little
Oh.
shiny sparkles. You see them more in the sun. All that gray just shows up really nice and pretty. We just call them sparkles. And if I get enough of those little sparkles, I'm just gonna dye all of it gray because I don't really care. So that way I don't look like I have
If you
a
didn't care, you just let it go.
bad dye job that I haven't gotten fixed yet. That way it just, or depending on the mood, I might just be lazy and say screw it and just let it grow gray as it goes and be done with it. So it'll show my life and my stress. My intelligence will come through. Is that what it is?
That's the way she goes.
Mhm. Be like, hey, that's how I grow. So
I'm such a nerd.
I know, I know.
I framed
So
that plant pretty good though, because this is tiny.
yeah, yeah, did a decent job. A couple of those branches I'm actually going to have to take and already go through and kind of weave through that.
Hmm.
So I've got that main cola already bent the crap out of her to get her over because she was so much taller than the rest of it. Um, so if I'd have known we were actually going to kind of scrog her out, of course we would have topped her, but we didn't. I didn't know what we were going to do with her. And when he
You
decided
got
to
ahead
put
of
her in
me.
cocoa, and I was just like,
Man,
okay,
DWC.
or in DWC. It's, when he took her out of cocoa and put her in DWC, I was just like, okay. And I thought about it. I'm like, hey, never scrogged anything in the 2x4. So the one plant we tried to before, we had to put in the back of the 4x4. And then it took over almost the entire 4x4. So,
Yeah, but
yeah,
we're better about cutting stuff off than we were back then. We
yes,
were. I haven't been so good about that because I break stuff.
yes. Yeah, I actually did
That's why all my
take a
plants
couple
have
of
so many
branches.
buds.
Yeah, did take a couple of branches off the bottom of her out to the side because they were not going to be good towards the bottom main stalk of the plant with trying to scrog her out because they'd have nowhere to go but up and out around the sides. So
With those girls, I was experimenting on how many they would give me from even, trimming some off the lower spots and seeing how many bud sites I could get. Since I'm going to be throwing pollen at them, I wanted to know how many places I could get seeds.
yeah.
So
Um,
we just post that, or oh, that's from earlier.
no,
Never mind. I
no,
see.
I've got it. I've got it saved in the Lone Star section back here, and
I saw what time it was.
yep. So,
Yep, yep, yep. We don't really have much going on in the garden tonight. We've been running off for 2.5 hours.
I know you made me talk to myself. Gosh, he's so
I did
mean,
not make
y'all.
you doing it. Me mean. You were the one mean to me when I tried to talk every damn time. So I stopped talking and started dabbing and said, fuck it.
Oh, well,
And my ears
well,
started ringing really bad because, yeah, no,
yeah.
it does that
Well,
from
we've
time to
been
time.
watching GCN and wearing headphones for a while too. So, um, all right. So we are going to go ahead and get off here for the evening. I could probably find something else to talk about for the next hour or so, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
start
try to.
clicking on Google. Start
I'm
clicking
gonna
on
try.
Google, you'll find something.
Oh yeah. I mean, we just look up on GPT and see what it says to talk about. Um,
I'd rather not listen to AI talk about chat GPT or nothing like that. I don't need to talk to AI or none of these things,
oh,
Al
God,
or
fix.
fucking.
Oh.
I can't stand
So,
AI.
um, but y'all, if you aren't already, go ahead and follow along, subscribe
Good night,
to
everybody.
some of the channels. I will be back to full time. Last week, I started again producing Seed to Harvest podcast. They show every Saturday at 5:30 Central Standard Time, 3:30 like Mountain Time, or whatever time zone. Um, so whatever time zone you're in, it whatever 5:30 Central Standard Time is equal to. Um, and then support other growers, growies that have channels. Levels has a show on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, and then there is also Monday nights. Dr. Dank Nugs, he was on GCN earlier, said hi in the chat. He has a show on Monday, and then you also have a Sly show Tuesdays. Um, so many, many, many people. GCN is not going to be on Wednesday because it's New Year's, but they do have their Friday just before this. So, go out there, support other people, figure out what else is on. Of course, everybody knows about the big names, but we also try to throw out some of the names of some people that you may not know that are just really good people, give out some
Check
good
out Norma G.
information. Yes. If you
He's got a
don't know
TV
what
guide
other
type thing.
channel, yes, what other channels or anything is on, check out. It's not spelled normally.
It's what's going on, but WOT apostrophe S growing on.
Yeah, it's what's
If you
growing
just search Norma
on
G,
Instagram. You can just search Norma G or type in the what's
it's on
growing
YouTube also.
on,
I think
and it will actually give you a list of all of the shows that he has taken a lot of time and effort to make. And we're all really happy to be able to see there is something on every single day, multiple times a day. And it has the list of all of your normal shows. Plus, on the back page, it has a list of all of your grow shows that you can go on, you know, show your plants, that kind of thing, or people that just talk, hang out. But support all of your local friends and gromies, as well as the big names too. Um, you know, some people do take a lot of time and effort to make sure that they arrange their schedule. They're here to support everybody. There are a lot of people who don't have shows that are always in the chat. Uh, Speaking of which, and so between a lot of the people that hide in the shadows, they're watching and listening. um, Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching it now, hanging out with us, chatting with us. Thank you for watching it later. We really do appreciate it. Just go out there, show some love to some other people. Even if you only find the channels that you like, even if it's only one person, hey, showing love to one more person is always a great thing. So we will be live again next Friday. I actually have a structured show for next Friday night that I want to take probably the first half of the show and talk about. Now, I still want other people to engage. If you want to come on, you are more than welcome to come on, talk about your process with what we're going to do and what we want to talk about. So it will be right in line with what is going to be going on in our garden coming up soon, as well as we'll go back into a little bit more of the breeding. So, y'all have a wonderful Friday. If it is still Friday, it is actually Saturday here now. So, happy Saturday. We will see you later at Seed to Harvest Podcast. Have a good night, y'all.